LEGO has made multiple different Cloud City sets, one at $1, one at $15, $600, and one at nearly $10,000. In today's video, we're going to be finding out which one is the best and which one gives you the most bang for your buck. So starting off with the $1 Cloud City set, it came from the 2018 Advent Calendar, which you would think it wouldn't count as an entire set and only part of a set, but Bricklink actually classifies each Advent Calendar day as an individual set. Now at $1, you can't really expect to be getting much, but I will say the build is very clean, and I do love how there is a cloud car flying around the structure. However, this set will not be included in any of the other comparisons. I just wanted to include it in this video because technically it is a Cloud City set. Now it's time for the first real competitor that might just have a chance at winning the title of the best Cloud City set, this being the Carbon Freezing Chamber from 2016. This set contains a small but sleek Carbon Freezing Chamber build with a gorgeous looking staircase along with 3 minifigures being Boba Fett, Han Solo once carbon froze, and an Ugnaught. For $25, this is a banger of a minifigure selection, the highlights being Carbon Froze Han and Boba Fett. I think this is probably the cheapest way to get Boba Fett in recent years, so that's definitely an up. And for 231 pieces, at first glance, $25 seems a bit pricey, but once taking into consideration the expensive parts like the Carbon Froze Han, staircase, etc., it begins to seem like a much better value. Now, finally transitioning into the big boys, we have the Betrayal at Cloud City Master Builder Series LEGO Star Wars set that originally retailed for $350 and contained 2,731 parts, which sounds like a slightly overpriced set until you take the sheer size of the build and the absurd amount of minifigures into account. This set contains 21 different minifigures, including R2-D2, 2 different Bespin guards, Boba Fett with arm printing, C-3PO, Chewbacca, 2 Cloud Car pilots, Darth Vader, Han Solo with dual molded legs, Han Solo in Carbonite, a different Han Solo, IG-88, 2 Imperial Stormtroopers, Lando Calrissian, Lobot, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia in her Bespin outfit, Princess Leia in her Hoth outfit, and an Ugnaught. I think this is an absolutely perfect minifigure selection. Perhaps it could have included a few more Bespin guards and stormtroopers, but with 21 minifigures in a $350 set, you really can't complain. Not to mention, this build for the set contains several different scenes and time periods from the movie, and it is the ultimate playset for any child, as well as being a nice collectible item for a collector that likes Cloud City enough to spend $600, but not $10,000. And I'd say the minifigures alone are enough for any collector to be excited. Some of the highlights include the best and most accurate Lando Calrissian minifigure we've ever gotten, a stunning Princess Leia in her Bespin outfit, and an awesome Boba Fett minifigure with printed arms, which adds that extra value that really makes any average minifigure a great collector's item. Now it's finally time for the most expensive LEGO Star Wars set of all time, the original Cloud City set that actually only retailed for $100, but is now worth around $7,000 to $10,000, depending on the condition of the sealed box. This set contains 673 pieces, so for that original $100 price point, I wouldn't say it's the best deal. This set includes 8 different minifigures, which are Boba Fett with printed arms and legs, which is insane for a minifigure this old, which is the reason he goes for over $1,000 nowadays, Darth Vader, Han Solo in Carbonite, Han Solo, an Imperial Stormtrooper, Lando Calrissian, Luke, and Princess Leia. The build itself is probably the poorest out of the 3, but what can you expect from a 2003 set? Now that we've covered each set, let's compare them. We have multiple different categories, which are minifigures, displayability, playability, value/price, and similar to M&R Productions' comparison system, Imperial Opinion. I interrupt this video for breaking news. This insane guy is giving away UCS Mandos for free and also hosting other insane deals. Make sure to bookmark his stream on Whatnot for next Saturday before it's too late. So first off, we have minifigures. Now obviously one of these sets never stood a chance for minifigures because the other two have insane amounts of minifigures, but for the minifigures we do get for this set, I think they are amazing. We got a cheap way to obtain Boba Fett, a nice Han Solo, a Carbonite Han Solo, which I believe also gave many people a cheap way to get a highly sought after minifigure, and we also got an exclusive Ugnaught minifigure, so not a bad selection at all, especially for that price. But unfortunately, it will be in dead last with only 1 point for minifigures. Now that brings us to the next 2 sets, the ones that may be heavily debatable, and I have a feeling you guys will disagree with me in the comments, but I think the 2003 Cloud City has the weaker selection out of the 2. For a $100 set, it's not bad at all, especially because it had the first LEGO Star Wars minifigure with arm printing, but I think despite the prices of the 2003 minifigures, I would rather have the 2018 Cloud City minifigures as a kid and nowadays because of the improved accuracy, especially that Lando minifigure. So 2003 gets 2 points and 2018 gets 3. Next up, we have displayability, which, just thinking about when these sets were made, you can get a pretty good idea how the order goes. The worst looking one is obviously going to be the 2003 one. Despite its iconic vintage look, the 2016 Carbon Freezing Chamber is coming in next with a beautiful chamber to freeze Han in, but ultimately nothing could compare to the beautiful set we got in 2018. It is so well rounded, and I cannot wait to finally pick it up someday. Next on the comparison, we have the playability, which should be interesting because I've never had two of these sets, so I don't have much experience with them, but the Carbon Freezing Chamber had an awesome ability where you could lower Han into the chamber, and that is the point of the set, so I really think kids would love recreating that scene with a cheap and easy to get set. With the 2003 set, there was a killer feature where you could put the Carbonite Han on one side and the real Han on the middle and flawlessly recreate the scene where Han is frozen in Carbonite. The 2003 set also contained a small table to recreate the iconic dinner scene from Empire Strikes Back. I think one of the best parts of this set for kids, however, is the room where Luke and Vader duel and eventually duel it out onto the platform. There's an awesome feature where you can kind of throw Luke out onto the platform, or Vader, depending on who or how you want to play out the scene. And if I was a child again, could definitely see myself having a lot of fun with this. There's also a sizable landing pad on which you can land any ships you'd like, especially the Millennium Falcon or Slave 1. Now, moving on to the 2018 Cloud City, there's just so much to cover. So instead of going over each part individually, I'll explain it as fast as I can. Basically, this is one of the best play scale sets ever made by LEGO. It has nearly every scene shown on Cloud City in the movie, as well as added accuracy compared to the older one, and just a wider range of minifigures, which does add to the playability for a child, especially if it's over 20 minifigures. So the Carbon Freezing Chamber gets 1 point, the 2003 Cloud City gets 2 points, and the 2018 Cloud City gets 3 points. Now let's take a look and see which one is most worth your money if you were to buy them at a retail price. Sadly, I have to put the 2003 Cloud City in last place for this one. At first glance, $100 does not seem too bad for what you're getting, but adjusted for inflation, that is $160 of today's money, which definitely sheds a light on how overpriced this set was, even for that extremely good Boba Fett minifigure. Next up, we have the Carbon Freezing Chamber at $25 or $31 adjusted for inflation, and it really still looks like a great deal to me. The minifigure quality is awesome, not a dull figure in the selection, and a very nice build for the piece count. Now, obviously, the 2018 Cloud City is going to win this one at over 20 minifigures and thousands of pieces for a retail price of only $350. You just can't beat it, especially if it ever went on sale. So, the 2003 Cloud City gets 1 point, the Carbon Freezing Chamber gets 2 points, and the 2018 Cloud City gets 3. Now, finally, we have Imperial Opinion, so let's check on the scoreboard, and wow, the 2018 Cloud City is absolutely destroying the other two, and I do agree that it's the best of them all, so I will add 1 more point for a grand total of 13 points. Now, I know that a lot of you are going to take to the comments saying the original Cloud City was far better than the 2018 one, but if you take someone like me who wasn't even born at the time of the set's release, therefore have no nostalgia for it, the winner out of these becomes clear. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and comment down below if you like this style of video. And make sure to follow my Instagram, where I'll be posting unique and interesting images about LEGO Star Wars all the time, like this one here. Anyway, if you were bored and looking for more content, make sure to click here and here to see some amazing videos. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.